Focusing on your problem is not going to fix the problem. Your time would be better invested trying to figure out a solution. So once you identify what your problem is, then try to come up with ways to resolve it, ways to make the situation better. Just hopping on the problem and complaining about it and worrying about it is really only going to make it worse. If you're a spiritual person or a religious person, then definitely pray. Ironic that I have this shirt on. But, I'm speaking from experience. Like a lot of times I've just kind of dwelled on the problem and I worried about it. I had anxiety, stressed out, can't sleep, can't eat. And like it really doesn't help anything. But sometimes when you really just try to sit back and think of ways that you can resolve the issue, you feel a lot more empowered. It makes you not feel as helpless. You feel like, okay, I have some level of control over what's happening, over what's going on. So I'm not saying it's an easy process because, naturally, when you're faced with a problem, especially something big, the natural person is going to be worried or concerned about the issue. And if you do feel like the problem is too big for you to handle, then definitely pray, leave it in God's hands. That is something that I actually practice. I used to get so discouraged and upset when I was going through an issue, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to just literally let go and let God. Just pray about it and leave it in His hands, and it always works out. It always works out somehow, some way. It may not be the way that I envisioned it working out, but it worked out. So, and if it is something that you have the capability of handling, then figure out ways that you can manage the problem. What can you do? Even if it's just little bitty things that you can do about it. Don't try to take care of it all at one time. They always say, what's the best way to eat an elephant? One piece at a time, because sometimes the issue is so big in your eyes and from your perspective, and you try to take it on all at once, and it's too overwhelming, it's really gonna feel unmanageable. But if you just take a minute and be like, all right, I know I can do A, B, and C. Then I might need some help with D and E. And then F and G just gonna have to fall into place. Just break it down and, try to become more solution focused. I know that's helped me a lot in my personal life and in my marriage. My husband and I sometimes will run into these issues and it's just like we're just kind of going around and around the same mountain, and it's like, okay, look, we done talked about this problem long enough. What are we gonna do about it, So anyway, I hope this helps somebody. Like I said, worrying about it ain't gonna fix it. Fussing about it, complaining about it ain't gonna fix it. But working on a solution, that's helpful. And that's gonna be beneficial to you. All right, talk to y'all later.